we live in.
Okay, Miles Bridges averages since the All-Star break 39 minutes per game. That is second, I believe, in the NBA since that time. He is right up there. So he's second in total minutes since the All-Star break. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. I feel like you can probably copy and paste those stats like every month. Apart from the rebounding has been up, actually. Give him credit. The rebounding has been up recently. 0.3 blocks, 0.9 steals, 45% from the field, 30% from 3, 2.3 free throw attempts per game, 68% from the free throw line. Like efficiency has definitely been down a little bit, although that 45% field goal actually sounds a little better than how it's looked, I think, at times. The big thing I just want to talk about is, for me, the difference between Miles Bridges shooting off the catch and shooting off the dribble is like night and day. And the percentages give like a window into it a little bit, but I don't think tell a full story. But on unguarded catch and shoots for this season, Miles Bridges is 43.6%. On guarded catch and shoots, he's down, I think, at 35%. But he has double the attempts of guarded catch and shoots versus unguarded. And I think that's why we're seeing it looking so ugly. I think he's 32% on the year on dribble jumpers. So, like, anything off the dribble for Miles Bridges, I just automatically hate the shot, even if it goes in, because it's really flat. It always looks like he's off balance, like he has some really bad misses. And it's just not a good look for him. Now, he's been forced to take that a lot this season because he's having to force shots towards the end of shot clocks. There aren't as many other people around, but I still think in a role where he's able to just shoot catch and shoots and he's able to cut more off ball and attack the rim and still drive rim at times, playing next to like someone like LaMelo Ball, I still think there is a more conducive to winning player in there in Miles Bridges than we have been able to see this season. So that was the main bulk of like the thing that I wanted to talk about, was just that balance of shot making and decision making, which has been a real challenge. I think a couple of other things. I do think he struggles to read the backline defense. I mean, so often this year, there's been like 2 at the rim waiting for him, and he still forces up these like hook shots, which sometimes they go in and they look great. But there was, I think, one of the plays in the Cavs game where there was just like a wide open Davis Bertans in the corner, and Miles Bridges is like barreling in and just throwing up a like a pretty like low percentage look. He just can't read that like backside help defense when he's going on some of these drives. And that's one thing that I think he needs to be just a little bit more aware of, are those guys on spot ups and those guys fading out to the corners.
Yeah, so I have a trouble like really conceptualizing what his role is going to be on the team going forward. Because like you said, like I actually do think like he has some pretty obvious skills that can impact the team in a positive way. Like he can make open threes, catch and shoot threes at an extremely high clip. He attacks closeouts well. We thought that maybe some of that bounce was gone, but it's not fully back to what he was like before he missed the year last year. But he's definitely gotten in better game shape than what we saw like the first couple of weeks or months of the year, where he wasn't really exploding towards the rim in the same way. Now that seems to be back a little bit, so he can attack closeouts. He can make like that, like you said, like that easy like first read, but his feel for the game just really like lacks, I think, just overall, like on both ends of the court. I think it's much more apparent on defense than it is on offense, because he doesn't really have like a playmaker role or anything. He doesn't get like a ton of screens set for him or like run out of handoffs or anything like that. He's mainly just like the end of action type of guy where he just finishes the play. But I don't think he has any capability to handle that going forward, which is why it's hard for me to like think of what he's going to be on this team specifically. Because like right now he is, I mean, with LaMelo out, he's obviously like the second best player, if not, the best player on the team. But if LaMelo's back and Mark is back and the team is fully healthy, he is realistically like the third option and maybe the fourth best player on the team when the team is at its peak. But he's not like, his current play style with the Hornets and with this roster and what he's been accustomed to over the last like 5 years of his career is not like a fourth option play style. So it's just hard for me to like think of where that like balance lies. Like you said, like where like can you even meet that gap with the same team that you've kind of been a different player with for your whole career? Or do you need like a change of scenery to initiate that? I
I
don't
think
really
he
know.
can. I think it's catch and shoot threes. It is attacking mismatches and switches off the dribble. I think that is his role. Defensively, I agree with you. There's been a huge drop off there, and maybe
Yeah.
that's because he's overtasked offensively. Okay, but like his block rate is dropped like half of his
Yeah.
career average, just completely out the floor. So I do agree with the defense. I just think that there's more